Hi, everyone, and welcome to Indianapolis, the site of the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro, with, of course, the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, Doug Pederson, who we have not seen since Sunday, the site of the Winter Classic. You were all dressed in your orange and black,
that was
dropping
so much
the
fun.
puck. Yeah, how was the experience?
That was so much fun. Great experience. Had a chance to, read the lineup to the Flyers in the dressing room and kind of talk to the team for a few minutes. And just a great experience to be a part of, and that's what I love about the city of Philadelphia and our sports franchises. Everybody kind of supports everybody. The Flyers and Sixers and the Phillies, they come watch us play, and we go watch them play, and we're supporting each other. And I think that's what makes this city of Philadelphia really special, especially our fan base.
Do you have any hockey game in your past? Do you have any sort of history?
None, not at all.
Ever been on skates?
I have been on skates, but I was really young at the time. This was my days in Washington State where I grew up. My mom and dad used to take me to, and really all of us as kids used to take us to this like Sunday open rink sort of skate couple hours on Sunday afternoons and in the wintertime, and so that's where I learned how to skate.
Very cool. And great event, great for the fans, the teams, and the Flyers pull out the overtime
victory.
That
was unbelievable.
It was awesome.
It was great. It was tremendous.
Great. So, Doug, you are here at the Combine. What is the benefit of the Combine for you when you really break it down?
Well, I think, number one, as coaches, as coordinators, head coaches, position coaches, it's really our first chance to put our eyes on these college players. We've watched them on film a little bit in these last couple of weeks prepping for this event, but really to put our eyes on them, to watch them, walk across the stage, height, weight, all of that kind of stuff. But to see them move around, it's our first chance to really interact with these guys and get to know them just a little bit. So as we continue the evaluation process in the month of March and obviously leading up to the draft, we have a better picture of who these guys are.
How do you weight what you see here, what you learn here, what you know here versus what you've seen throughout their college careers on the field?
Well, I think as football players, you still have to go off their body of work and who they are as football players and who they are as men. Character becomes an issue, obviously, and you want to dive into that if there's any issues at all. And for the most part, these kids are they're really good kids. They've been taught well. And obviously, it's the cream of the crop, so to speak. So we understand that their skill set is very valuable to their team, and hopefully to one of the 32 teams in the league.
It feels like it's been a very long off season. What's it been like for you? And then as you self-scouted, what can you share with us about what you liked from 2018, what you didn't like from 2018?
Well, number one, I love the way we competed every single week, even through the adversity of injury. The guys came to work on a Wednesday and put the time in during the week, and ultimately on the game on Sundays. And how we finished our season as a team, I was really encouraged by that. And it really kind of gives your senses just enough to go, you know what, we were really, really close to possibly being in the championship game again with a chance to play in the Super Bowl again. So, nothing's guaranteed, but at the same time, it makes you feel good that you were there and you were giving yourselves an opportunity.
I'm going to step back and pretend I'm a fan here, which I, of course, am a fan. It just feels like there's going to be a lot of personnel changes. There's a lot of players up for potentially being free agents in a couple of weeks. Do you feel that there's going to be a significant turnover?
I feel that way every year, honestly. And that's just the way this business goes. And you want to keep everybody, as we know, and but at the same time, you can't. And you're going to add, talent to your team. You're going to bring guys onto your roster. You're going to lose guys. You're going to bring guys through the draft and all kinds of things. But I think one of the things we do is we try to make sure we take care of our own, first if we can, and keep the guys that have been core guys for us, try to keep them, Philadelphia Eagles for as long as we can, and then at the same time add outside talent, in depth. So it feels that way, but it's kind of that way every year.
How do you look at the quarterback position with the decision now that Nick becomes an unrestricted free agent? In theory, the Eagles are going to be looking in every corner for a number 3, maybe another one after that. Who knows? How do you look at that with Carson and Nate on the roster?
Well, obviously with Carson, we know who he is and very capable. He was having an MVP season 2 seasons ago in 2017, and so we just got to get him back to that level of football. And then with Nate, we're very comfortable with Nate. I think he's put himself in a position to at least compete for that number 2 spot and see where he's at and really take the next step in his career, as a quarterback. I know exactly what he's going through. I've kind of been in that position before as a player, and this will be a big spring and training camp coming up for him. And And then obviously, whether it's another veteran free agent to come in or through the draft process or whatever it might be, we're always going to continue to add that depth to come in and help us really solidify that position.
What's this time of the year like for you, Coach?
It's an exciting time because we do know that our roster is going to change, and it's shaping and taking kind of a form of its own, just a little bit, a life of its own. At the same time, we've had a chance to go back as an offense and defensive staff and really go back through the 2018 season and really kind of figure out what we were good at with wide open lens. You can't get. This is where you just take that wide paintbrush, man, and you just paint exactly the picture you want. And this is that time of year to do it. And then, of course, now, with the draft, coming up in about a month and a half, and obviously the combine this week, it's exciting. It's exciting to know that one of these players out here this week is, hopefully going to help us win another championship.
And if you could talk about yourself personally, winning the Super Bowl is obviously the ultimate objective. How was 2018 in terms of you taking the next step as a head coach with all the injuries, with all the adversity still to be there, as you say, on the cusp of the NFC Championship game?
Yeah, and I've heard people say that it was my best coaching job, since I've been here.
So.
And I appreciate that. And quite frankly, you have to lean on some of your veteran players, the guys that really kind of kept our team together down the stretch when injury kept sort of creeping into our locker room just a little bit. And for me, it was just a matter of keeping the guys focused and really keeping it simple each week. Let's come to work on Wednesday, and let's get better on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and get ready for the game. And, having the guys prepared is ultimately my responsibility, and I felt like the guys were every single week ready to go. And that's a challenge, especially when there were so many moving parts on defense. And then offensively, Carson didn't start the season. Alshon didn't start the season. There were several guys, that weren't there at the beginning of the year.
Running backs hurt all year, yeah.
Running backs were banged up. So you're just trying to keep all those pieces together, get the next guy coached up, which, I credit the staff for that, and then ultimately the players to go play.
Much more to come for Doug Pederson and the Philadelphia Eagles. We thank you for joining us here, and good luck the rest of the way here at the Combine, and then free agency just around the corner.
Right around the corner. Thanks, Dave.
Doug Pederson, thanks so much, and thank you all for joining us here.